Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, grabbing your phone like you always do, and suddenly realizing your bank account has been completely wiped out. Every single cent you've worked so incredibly hard for, just gone.
But here is the truly terrifying part. There was no robbery. No one kicked your door in the middle of the night, and you didn't drop your wallet on the street. It was literally just a few clicks in the digital world. And poof, your entire life savings vanished without leaving a single physical trace.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because this kind of devastating loss doesn't just happen once in a blue moon. It's happening to thousands and thousands of people every single day. We are talking about billions being stolen globally on a daily basis. It's a massive shadow economy that's quietly more profitable than some Fortune 500 companies. Today, we're going to break down exactly how they're pulling this off.
Section 1. The Business of Deception.
It's time we pull back the curtain here, because for years we've all kind of bought into this myth of the lone criminal, right? You know the stereotype. Some isolated hacker in a dark hoodie typing furiously in a basement? Well, the reality is a whole lot stranger. Today's scam industry operates like a massive, legitimate corporation. I'm talking about sprawling call centers totally dedicated to fraud, complete with managers, rigorous training programs, and strict daily performance targets. It's wild.
And this brilliantly illustrates their core business model. It's a cold, highly efficient corporate machine. Step 1, find victims. Step 2, gain their trust. Step 3, steal the money. And Step 4, repeat. What we used to think of as just petty crime has literally evolved into this highly orchestrated global assembly line.
Section 2. Hacking Human Psychology. We really need to dismantle a huge misconception right now. These scammers, they don't actually hack computers first. They hack people. I'm sure you've seen a message exactly like this pop up on your phone. Your bank account will be blocked. It triggers this immediate, heart-pounding panic, doesn't it? Well, that is entirely by design. They are actively exploiting your fear to create a blinding sense of urgency.
Or how about getting something that says, act now before it's too late? Maybe a text saying a package is delayed, or hey, you've won a prize. They deliberately use these exact phrases because they understand a very fundamental human truth. When our emotions spike, our logical judgment completely falls by the wayside. They want you reacting so fast that you literally don't have a second to actually stop and think.
And because it relies so heavily on raw emotion under immense pressure, look at who actually falls for this stuff. Doctors, engineers, business owners, even cybersecurity experts. We kind of tend to assume only the gullible or the elderly fall for these traps, but that's just completely false. Scammers are exploiting universal human psychology. They just need one successful attempt on your absolute worst, most stressful day. Whereas you have to stay perfectly alert every single time. Section 3. The Scammer's Toolkit. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how perfectly these modern technological threats align with our emotional baits. Phishing relies heavily on fake urgency to make you panic. Investment scams, they dangle the irresistible bait of fake profits to trigger our greed. And AI fraud, that relies on the deceptive trust built by faking the voices of people we actually know. Let's break these down a bit. Phishing is basically when a scammer creates a fake email or a text message that perfectly mimics a trusted source. We're talking your bank, a government agency, maybe a delivery service, and honestly, they look flawlessly real. But the moment you click that link and type in your details to verify your account, they capture everything. Sometimes, a single click on a malicious link is literally all it takes to lose everything.
Then we have the investment scam formula. Scammers know that pretty much all of us share a desire for financial freedom, so they promise these extraordinary returns. They build up this incredible illusion, showing off fake screenshots of massive profits, luxury lifestyles, and glowing testimonials just to hype you up. And it all appears completely genuine, right up until the moment you encourage them with the larger investment and the whole platform just disappears into thin air with your money.
But things are escalating to an even more terrifying level with AI fraud. Artificial intelligence is handing scammers a devastating new set of tools to completely bypass our logical defenses. Just imagine getting a frantic phone call that sounds exactly, and I mean exactly, like a family member begging you for urgent financial help, or seeing a personalized, hyper-realistic video of a trusted public figure pitching an investment. Figuring out what's real and what's deception is getting harder every single day.
Section 4. The True Cost.
Yeah, once the dust finally settles and the scammers vanish into the ether, the aftermath is just devastating. The damage goes way, way beyond the money.
Yes, people lose their life savings and spend years trying to recover financially, but victims are also left dealing with immense stress, deep embarrassment, a totally shattered sense of trust, and real emotional trauma. For a lot of people, that psychological impact and the profound shame they feel actually outlasts the massive financial loss.
Section 5. Your strongest defense.
Okay, there is a silver lining here, I promise. Because these scams inherently rely on predictable human behavior, you can actually empower yourself with a few simple psychological defenses. Never share your OTPs, always verify directly with the source before transferring money, avoid those too good to be true offers, and definitely enable two-factor authentication. So the crucial point is slow down. Scammers desperately want you to act fast. Taking just 2 minutes to breathe and verify can literally save you years of regret.
Because at the end of the day, what is your absolute greatest security system? It isn't some fancy antivirus software. It's your awareness. Human awareness consistently beats predictable psychology. So I want to leave you with this final thought. As AI makes these scams nearly impossible to spot with our own eyes and ears, will our intuition become our only real defense? Have you ever encountered an online scam that almost fooled you? Share your story down in the comments, because your experience might be the exact warning someone else needs to hear today. Stay informed, stay aware, and thanks for joining me on this explainer.